Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to make a video about the Skittles Lab because you do need to make up the Skittles Lab, but I'm not going to have you do it in class or make it up with me. It's something I'm going to have you do on your own. So in order to do that, you need a little bit of data from the lab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys go ahead and read through the first page on your own. This is what it looks like. Read through that rubric, read through the introduction. Don't miss your question for CER, which is which color of Skittle appears most frequently in a sample of Skittles. You'll need that question later on to fill in your CER chart. But let's go ahead and look at the procedure a little bit. So on number 1, it says we already stated the problem in our question for CER, so let's move on to step 2. So you don't have to write anything down on page 1. We'll go ahead and flip over to page 2. And on number 2, it says before you get the Skittles, which I have right here. So before we look at these and what's in here, we're going to perform research. And essentially on that question for number 2, what you're going to do is try to think in your head or perform research online about what all the different colors of regular Skittles are. And you're just going to write down those different colors on number 2. Okay, so I'll give you a second to do that. Pause the video if you need to do that. And then once we move on to step 3, it says look back to your question for CER on that front page and make a hypothesis based on the question and based on your research, and then write your hypothesis below. Your hypothesis is kind of like a guess on what you think could be the answer to that CER question, and it's totally okay if your hypothesis ends up being wrong. You don't get any points off if it's wrong in the end. It's just a guess. So as long as you do that, you'll get all the points. Okay, so if you need to pause right here and go ahead and do that stuff, I would do that, because what I'm about to do is show you the different colors of Skittles that are in my sample so that you can have everything you need to be able to do the rest of your lab. Okay, so on number 4, it says to set up and perform the experiment. So in class, I gave everyone a sample of Skittles and they poured them out, and then they used their different colors to do number 5 and fill in their data table. So I have my Skittles right here. I'm going to pour them out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how many of each color there are. And as I'm doing this, I want you to fill in your data table with the color, the frequency, which is how many of each color there are, and then you're going to use that equation on your lab to find the percentage of the frequency of each color. Okay? So I've sorted my candies. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. There's all my different colors. So it looks like of the yellow ones, there are 4 yellow Skittles. 4 yellow Skittles. There are 3 purple Skittles. 3 green Skittles. 3 red Skittles. And 2 orange Skittles. Okay? So go ahead, and what you're going to do is you're going to write down the color in here. You're going to write down the frequency, or how many of each right there, and then you are calculating the percentages right there. The rest of the lab you should be able to do on your own. Okay, you're going to be doing a CER chart. You're going to be doing some analysis questions. But then really quick, there's a lab cleanup checklist at the bottom of the next page. It looks like this. This is something that my in-person students, or when you're in class and not absent, you get 5 points for doing correct cleanup. Since you don't have to do any cleanup, I still want you to be able to earn those points. So make sure that you flip over to the back and do the questions on the back to earn your full credit for that lab cleanup checklist, okay? All right, that's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.